Alrighty, we are live. Hello and welcome to Season 2, Round 1 of the Revolution Cup, hosted by RevolutionSimRacing.com. We will be at Zhuhai today. We are driving the Caterham SP-300R. It is the prototype from Caterham. Lovely jubbly stuff. And I am your host, Hobbs, and joining me today is our good buddy Falcon.
Good to be here today. Thanks for having me, Hobbs.
Thank you for being here. So, we have everyone's just checking their controls now, making sure everything is working. And shortly we will be moving to the qualifying session. That will be 15 minutes. And after that will be a 30 plus 1 lap race. That first one is a formation lap. Gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Zhuhai really isn't a track that I see a lot of people use, so I was definitely excited to see it added for the first round. Definitely going to be a lot of passing opportunity with the Caterham, and it's definitely going to be strategy is definitely going to play into how they're going to use the push to pass button, because I believe you only get 10 chances. Is that correct?
Yes, 10 chances, and also on strategy there is a mandatory pit stop where they will be forced to change their tyres, and they can also take fuel on if they wish.
So not only that, but once you pit in, you also do not get replenished your push to pass.
Yep.
So you only get 10 shots. It's really going to be interesting to see, how they strategize this. And we'll definitely be keen on watching on how they progress, or how the race progresses.
Yes, definitely. In terms of weather, we're not expecting anything unusual today. No rain. It is going to be heavy cloud to overcast, and that is in real time, so it's just going to go to overcast as the race ends. And yeah, it's just going to be for the drivers this time. In terms of drivers, we have a few of them here today. Just bringing up the field here. Well, there's the whole list of them. Cool. So 27 minus 2 for us chumps. So that's 25 drivers here at the moment. I'll tell you what, while everyone's getting their control set up, let's have a look at the field.
Yeah, so we're it's like what you're saying. Definitely two splits again this time around. We have some of the faster people in split 1, and some regulars in split 2. Definitely gonna have to look out for Puff Parat, who's always a front runner, same as Suomi.
Yep.
Cluck, whenever he doesn't have any issues.
Yeah.
And Espart is another very, very quick person. So the field is definitely stacked, and it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do and how the pace is going to progress, to see if maybe Suomi and Puff Parat break out in the front. But we'll just have to wait for this qualifying to see who definitely practiced and who didn't for this first round.
Yeah, definitely. So, we've got the splits up there here that Falcon was just mentioning, of split 1 and split 2. Today's race we will be covering split 1. So, you can see in here as well, there's a Class Pro and a Class Am. That was based on pace of a time trial that was run previously. So, and there is a team system in, and it's one driver from each class. So, the teams are... how are they written here? Because some people have different... Okay, so yeah, Mel Bonkers and Thomas Shikora are forming Team Melcora Racing. Today, and Flying Cayman are forming Muse Creative Motorsport. Cluck and Invincible for Red Rooster Racing. Silly Sausage and Battenberg with E.T. Treat Racing. Puff and Geo form Puffy VTech Racing. Thankfully, it's not Puff Pass. Rammy Boo and James with Ram Jam Racing. Very creative names here. Swomi and Streeter for Smoke and Mirrors Racing. McCoy and Night Tiger, no team name for them. Two Scoops and Pamela form Scoopam. And Bart and Rillo form F1 Leftovers. Potato John and Fubi form the challengers, and finally Enor in reserve is driving today, I have been told. So
That's awesome.
yes.
And I don't know if you mentioned it, but I know that the difference between our first season and our second season is, we're pairing up pro drivers with amateur drivers. Pro and AM. So it's more of a trying to the pros will be helping out the AM guys develop throughout the season, and it's going to be interesting to see. I think who will be benefiting more from this teaching development as the season progresses.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So, and then another thing, obviously, with the first season, we had the back mono, which was provided great racing, but interestingly enough, a lot of people found the car very hard to drive. So for this season, we went with a giant, oversized go-kart, the Caterham, which is a lot of fun. And I think, again, it suits perfectly for this track, and for the next round as well. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of passing, I think, and hopefully not too much of a breakaway from the front runners or the usual front runners. And maybe we'll get like a battle for between 8 cars or the top 10 even.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of the calendar, I won't bring it up on the stream just at the moment because qualifying is starting. But round 1, that's today, we're at Zhuhai. Round 2, that is on the 22nd of May, that is Monza GP. And then after that is a 1-week break, and round 3 begins on 5th of June with Zolder. Round 4, 12th of June with Bathurst. Then another 1-week break. Then finally 26th of June, Brands Hatch GP. And the final round is 3rd of July with Spa.
So we're getting, looks like times starting to post. Looks like Espart posting the quickest time so far on his first flying lap, actually. And Project PD is right there with him, not too far along.
So we're expecting 124s from the field today. What are they getting at the moment?
Espart got so far posted a 25.9 and Project PD with a 26.1. But these were their second flying laps, so
yes. Yep.
definitely will that time. Yeah, these times will start dropping here in the next couple of laps.
Yep, definitely.
And Suomi with there we go. Suomi with a 24.9 and
there it is.
Colonel McCoy 25.1.
Hey, good for him.
Good to see Colonel McCoy up there. And now Puff Parat posting a 25.0.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like he's going to be resetting. So far, just as we kind of predicted, Suomi and Puff Parat are probably going to be the two people
heading the
that
field.
are going at the head of the field, like what happened in season 1. But Colonel McCoy is not that far from them. He's only about a 10th off, so hopefully he'll be able to give them a run for their money. Now Espart.
Yep. Setting the lead time there with a 124.7.
Wow.
And also immediately going back into the pits as well. Seems that's a common strategy today.
Yeah, it seems like they're only doing a couple laps and then just resetting. But Espart doing a 24.7 now. Colonel McCoy brought down his time to 24.8.
Yep.
So it seems like we might even be seeing low 24s.
Looks like.
Then with currently only 8 minutes and 25 seconds left, let's see what these guys can do.
Zhuhai just coming down the main straight now. He looks like he's been on a pretty good lap. Doesn't go faster than his previous though. In fact, it wasn't registered. He must have gone off track at some point. I say that might have been his outlap. Bart just coming out the pits for his outlap now. He's going to put another one in. See if he can improve on that 124.7.
Yeah. Seems like the times are not dropping down so far. I think people might be resetting the car and trying again to get in that perfect lap.
Yeah, it does look like the laps are coming in bursts at the moment. They're not really willing to go over.
And so it looks like Project PD has now slotted into second place with a 28.4.
24.8.
Or 24.8, sorry.
If he could get second place with that, that'd be impressive.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's looking pretty good so far. Current standings are Bart in first place, Project PD in second, Colonel McCoy in third, Suomi in fourth, and Puff Pirate in fifth. So that is Puff Pirate is actually the first driver there to have a 125. Everyone else above him is in the 124s. Very close field today. Today in sixth with a 125.5, Battenberg seventh, followed by Streeter in eighth. I believe Streeter's in the AM. Yeah, he's in the AM class. I think he's highest of the AMs at the moment. And just as I say that, the standings change. So now it's Cluck in sixth, today in seventh. I'm going to go quicker now because it's going to change again. Battenberg in eighth,
yeah.
Streeter ninth, Rick Grimes in 10th, O in 11th. Being difficult. K-Man was in 12th, he's now in 13th. Rami in 14th. 15th is Silly Sausage, 16th Blue Monkey. Stolnikas in 17th. 18th is Fenor. 19th Pathetic John. 20th is Thomas Shikora. 21st.
And here, oh wow, look at this. Puff Parat with a 24.3 to take first place.
Oh wow.
Good on him.
Very good on him.
I find it interesting that Rami Boo doesn't seem like he's gotten a clean lap. He's only being down in 14th place. I wonder if he's having maybe setup issues.
Could be. Looking at it now, it's not looking the most tidy at the moment, is it? He might be having a bit of car trouble. Yeah, Roby's not looking as tidy as we'd usually expect from him, so maybe he's having a little bit of car trouble.
Yeah, it could be. He's usually almost always at the front of the field.
Yeah.
But those things can happen where you sometimes build a race setup where it works well with full fuel, but once you bring it down to qualifying trim, it just doesn't work.
Yep. Yeah, that can definitely happen.
So let's see, top of the field, Colonel McCoy and Suomi are both with a 24.4.
Oh yeah, very
and
close.
now S-Bar with a 24.4. Wow, yeah. So it looks like It looks like we're going to be seeing low 24s
Yep.
overall for the front runners, and they are very close indeed.
Yeah. I'm inclined to doubt that we'll see a 123 based on what we're seeing today.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to pull it off. Not with
Yep.
3 minutes left. I think Puff Rap is still in his garage, so I think he's content with his lap and
Yeah. Don't blame him.
doesn't look like he's. Like Colonel McCoy is still on a lap, so we'll see what he can do. So is Suomi.
Elmo says hi from the comments section. Hello, Elmo.
Hello, Elmo. Where are you?
So just watching Colonel McCoy do his lap at the moment. He's looking pretty good. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, but that shouldn't hold him up too much. Gonna see if he's doing well. His first sector is listed as a 24.3. Not the best we've seen, but no, it might get it back.
Suomi is also his first sector was a 24.3.
Ooh, looks like the traffic's having trouble in front of Colonel McCoy. No, he looks like he's got through it okay though.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to wring out as much as he can out of the car. Try and get that last 10th.
Yep.
And that's usually very, very hard to do.
Yep. What's the time left on the session at the moment?
We are just about at a minute left.
Okay, so this is definitely his last lap then.
Yes.
He's coming across the start-finish line.
We'll see if he improves or not.
24.9, so very, very quick lap, but not his fastest. And he stays in third place.
And it looks like Suomi abandoned his lap as well. So the top 5 have now decided to stay in the pits. So it looks like we will have our order here very, very shortly.
Indeed.
And sure enough, look at this. Ramibu was able to put in a good lap to get,
Hey,
looks like 7th place with a 25.2.
that's more like it, Rami. That's what we like to see.
And so with 10 seconds left, 8 seconds now, it looks like we have our field.
Alrighty. So very, very, very close field then with the top 7 drivers all in the 24s. So within 0.6 of a second of each other. And oh wow, it goes even further than that. The top 11 drivers are within 1.1 seconds. And it is generally just a very close field. The entire field, in fact, is all separated by 2.6 seconds. Vulcan, you have a Formula Renault.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so we're going to put ourselves in the pit box here while the rest of the field gets themselves sorted out. We're going to bring the free cam up here and just watch the field move out. There they go. So, we do have our own formation start procedure here that we'll be using. So, the cars are currently all under player control, so they're going to sort themselves out. They'll be coming around the final corner for the start. Looks like some guys have had some issues back there, but that's okay, they'll get it done. And so your field for this evening is... Wow, I'm not even going to try to read that while I'm on Puff Pirate's View swerving all over the place. Flippin' heck. all over the shop. So, Puff Pirate in first, with Bart UK in second. Connor McCoy in third, with Suomi in fourth. Row 3 is taken by Project PD and Battenberg. Bamboo in 7th, with Rick Grimes in 8th. Potato John in 9th, followed by Pamela in 10th. Cluck and then Mohammed El Guerreri in 11th and 12th respectively. 13th and 14th are taken up by Today and Finor. Streeter and Cayman take up 15th and 16th. 17th is Shikora. 18th is Stolnikas. 19th and 20th are taken up by Fubi and Blue Monkey. Surprised to see Blue Monkey so far down. 21st.
Yeah, I was surprised as well.
Yeah.
He might have had some issues.
Yeah, probably. 21st is Two Scoops with Geotech taking in 22nd. I always call him Geotech. I'm going to have to avoid doing that. 23rd is Rilo. 24th is Invincible. And taking the back of the field is Silly Sausage. I know the positions have changed there. Looks like Monkey's had a bit of an issue. So, the field is now in 2x2 formation. They will be going round the final corner shortly. They're actually just a little bit away from it now. You can see it up in the distance up ahead. And then we will be racing.
Yeah, I think it's exciting to just to see how the fields come up, you know, from season 1 to season 2 now, and having all these drivers be a little bit experienced.
And we are a go. So, Puff Pirate is taking the lead straight off the bat down into the first
You got
corner.
a very good start from Puff.
Yep. Braking battles into turn 1. Looks like they've all gone well. No obvious contact there. Puff Pirate was doing well.
I will be right back.
Okie dokie. Yeah, Falcon's got to do some other bits and bobs involving a flooded, well, house. So yeah, Puff Pirate in first, McCoy in second. Puff Pirate's looking pretty good at the moment. That's PD in third. Ride on board with Project PD. Yep, looks like... Ooh, hello. So that is Colonel McCoy right next to Project PD at the moment. Project PD getting pushed to the right. Oh, he was just about on the grass there. He was lucky to get away with that. Colonel McCoy up ahead did make the position stick and catch Project PD in third. Behind that, that's Suomi back in fourth. He's actually got quite a big gap there. PD braking down into the hairpin, looking pretty good. Actually got that more tidier than Colonel McCoy there. Got a bit of gap on him. Close that area up just slightly. Zhuhai is full of hairpins. It's all about the braking and all about the traction. So Project PD is actually right up the back of Colonel McCoy right now. He goes to the right hand side of McCoy. He's going to get the braking down into turn 1. He's going to take that second place. Hopefully he can make it stick through the braking phase. He is looking good and he's done it. Colonel McCoy did have the speed coming out of that corner though. He's going to be on the right hand side. Is he going to get the overlap? Just about got the overlap, but I believe the next hairpin is a left hand corner. Maybe a little bit of contact there. Didn't seem like it though. Seemed like they're okay. And Colonel McCoy is kept in third place.
Wow, and it looks like Puff is just leaving these guys.
He's gone on holiday. He's good.
Yeah.
He's happy.
He's he definitely put in some practice, didn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely a great race so far between second, third, and fourth.
Just had a bit of contact between second and third, in fact. So I think Colonel McCoy might have messed his braking up just a smidge and tapped PD up the rear. Colonel McCoy very much wanting second place at the moment. Don't blame him.
It'd be interesting to see if maybe with the I don't know if these guys have enough experience, but maybe they can work together to cut down on that gap that Puffy's been creating. Maybe be able to catch up to Puffy.
Yep. They are in different teams though, so it's quite unlikely. We'll see though. We'll see. So the teams are based on their liveries. So if two cars have exactly the same livery, including number, then they will be on the same team as each other. You can expect them to maybe work together. Depends on the team, of course. But yes, if they are in the same livery, then they are likely on the same team. Oh, Colonel McCoy really up the
Ooh,
back of
yep.
Project PD.
He's definitely pushing that car to the max.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get too frustrated though, because if he burns out his tyres or causes himself damage, then that could be bad news for him. There are 28 laps remaining. Long race.
Not only that, but it can cause him to have to pit earlier than expected as well,
Yep.
losing valuable time.
Yep. Can potentially mess up any strategy plans as well. And Colonel McCoy locking up into that right-hander there, just behind our screens. Yeah, looks like Colonel McCoy's getting a bit frustrated. He's fallen back a little bit. He's going to have to keep his head on, keep chill, just get those laps in.
And that's also something that's very hard to do. People tend to overdrive the car when instead of trying to get into a stable rhythm. And all that does is just overwork the car, and then you'll just end up getting slower and slower and slower.
Yep.
So that's just something that maybe he hasn't learned yet through experience or anything like that. But hopefully he gets into that rhythm and is able to catch back up to continue fighting with Project PD.
Because Colonel McCoy proved, even in Season 1 of the Revolution Cup, that he does have the pace to run up the top. He's
done a tremendous job, and just seeing the difference between Season 1 and Season 2. And this also could be his specialty car too. Some people tend to gel very well with a specific type of car than another car, so...
Yep, definitely.
It'll be interesting as the season progresses to see who starts learning from how to extract all the speed they can from the car.
Yep. So, looking back a bit further in the field, we have Battenberg in 4th, being chased by Cluck in 5th. Pretty safe gap between them. They're doing okay at the moment.
two veterans from RSR. I think for the most part, they might even be trying to work together to catch up to...
Yeah, quite possibly.
To Conor McCoy, so...
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised. So, Suomi in 6th place at the moment. So you were saying earlier about people getting on with certain types of cars. Looks like prototypes are not Suomi's thing.
Yeah.
The 6th place is not what we expected from him, especially in the Back Mono Cup previously. We saw a guy go off just behind us there. Today in 7th, he's looking good. Mohammed in 8th, also looking good. Nice and tidy through the left-hander there. Followed by Bart in 9th. John in 10th, he is being chased by Fenor in 11th. They're pretty close at the moment. Fenor just over braking that right-hand hairpin though, and not quite getting the closure that he wanted. K-Man in 12th, he's looking good. Everyone coming down the braking zone there, everyone looking nice and tidy, clipping those apexes. 13th place is Thomas Shikora in that golf cut style livery. After that, we do have two cars that look like they're having a bit of a kerfuffle, with Two Scoops in 14th and Stolnikas in 15th.
Oh, and Two Scoops just went off. Totally missed his braking marker.
Stolnikas actually followed his brake marker and also went wide behind him.
So that will drop him a couple of places.
Yep. So 15th is Silly Sausage, being followed by Two Scoops with a gaggle of cars behind them, making up Invincible, Pamela and Ramiboo. We have a move on at the moment. Ramiboo is trying to go around the outside of Pamela. Now they look like they're in the same team, they're actually not.
Ooh,
because they're in
wow.
different... Wow, that was a cutback and a half, look at that.
Yes, that was very, very close.
Yep. So Pamela and Ramiboo, they look like they're on the same team. They're not. The difference is the tops of their cars. Ramiboo's is red, and Pam's team, which is Scoopam, so Two Scoops and Pam, that is a blue topped Caterham. They're looking good into the braking zone at the moment. Looks like Ramiboo is actually making his way through the field, looks like. Ooh, trying to at least. He is being harassed by Invincible at the moment. Invincible is on his left-hand side. But Ramiboo's going to try and go to the outside. Doesn't quite make it stick, however. Two Scoops is holding him up just a little bit. Oh, Ramiboo on the outside of Pamela there. Pamela just tried to stick his nose in. Pamela might actually be trying to harass Ramiboo because Two Scoops is on the same team as him. Ramiboo dives deep into the brakes, turns in. There's a Two Scoops on his inside. There's an Invincible on his outside. Invincible goes into the gravel. He actually loses a ton of positions with that. So now Two Scoops just behind Ramiboo. They are different teams, remember. Two Scoops is on the same team as Pamela, which is behind him. So we won't expect Pamela to attack Two Scoops in this one. But they're all looking pretty good down the straight here. Ramiboo actually looks like he's got a decent enough gap that he doesn't have to worry about the braking zones here. And just as I say that, he messes up the braking zone. Two Scoops is right up his exhaust pipe again. I dare say no, he doesn't have the speed down the straight for that. And Pam is right up the back of Two Scoops. I think Pam might go for the overtake on Two Scoops at some point, because it does look like Pam might have a bit of a pace advantage. And sure enough, there it is. Nice clean pass in the background there. Pamela has overtaken Two Scoops, and it will be Pam's turn to attack. So, looking back further up the field, Half Pirate still just as expected. He is in first place, and Project PD in second. So, all good up the very top of the field, and looks like the whole field has settled into a rhythm up the top end. And just as I say that, I see Battenberg making a move on Suomi. We're going to have an eye on this. Battenberg is on the right side of Suomi. He's got the braking, he's got the overlap. Suomi's just gone a little bit wide, a little bit of a wiggle under power. Suomi's in the dirt. Battenberg's on the right hand side. They are wheel to wheel right now. It's going to be a fast right followed by a slow left. So Suomi's actually going to be on the inside of that. Suomi brakes late, very late. Clips the apex, maybe over clips the apex just a little bit. And Battenberg actually gets the corner just right, but he loses the position in doing so. So Suomi retains the position there, just goes maybe a little bit defensive, turning in maybe a little bit earlier than usual. Other than that, he is okay. So Suomi in 5th and Battenberg in 6th. Behind them we have Manu being chased by Bart. Bart's fairly close at the moment, but not close enough to make any sort of imminent manoeuvres, I wouldn't think. We'll keep an eye on them, however. Bart's actually a relatively unknown to me. Have you seen him before, Falcon? Alright, I guess Falcon's not around at the moment. He's still tending to his flooded house. So, Bart, unknown quantity to me. It seems like he has the pace, though. He's currently riding in 8th place behind Manu. That's today, sorry. I keep forgetting that it's called today on here. Bart round the left-hand side of Manu. Going really quick there. I reckon Bart used one of his pushes to pass on that, so he gets 10 throughout the race. If he hadn't used any previously, then that is 9 now. However, that move was not successful. So if he did use his push to pass there, then that was wasted. And Manu retains 7th place. Oh, back in 9th, he's going to probably just keep an eye on this situation, really. Because he is close, but he's not quite close enough to make advantage of any sort of chaos going on. So he's likely going to dive in as soon as... Well, he's going to hope the guys in front have some sort of contacts. And he's going to dive in as soon as that happens. Just putting himself in the mirrors of Bart there, just moving inside his Mo. Looking pretty good though, they're looking reasonably stable. And holding that 7th place down, he's going to stay cool as a cucumber. Sticking through there, clipping the apex nicely. Just tapping the apex on the way out. Perfect. Yep, so they're keeping it clean there. There's Bart, and on board with Potato John. See what he's got around him. So he has Phenor behind him at the moment, but Phenor's at a fair old distance. So we're actually going to go back to the Bart crew because Mo has gone for the pass on Bart and made it stick. So that's Mo up to 8th place now, with Bart being pushed down to 9th. I wonder if Bart's going to stand for that, frankly, because he might not like being pushed down. And sure enough, he is braking as late as physically possible.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see just him, you know, dropping down the field throughout the race.
A little bit of contact on Mo there, and he's actually gone into a half spin. So Mo's okay, Bart's okay, they keep going, but that was a bit of contact that wasn't necessary. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, I was just saying that it's interesting to see how he's been dropping through the field as the race progresses on.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's having some sort of setup issue or some sort of aero damage that's not letting him be able to be up top.
Yep, could be, definitely. Could definitely be some damage playing a play here. Just don't know.
Also, I'm sure you've talked about it already. You know, Project PD is now, or been on the heels of Puff for the last couple laps.
Ah, I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, it seems his last lap was 2/10 faster than Puff. So
so they're going to start. Well,
it seems like they're gonna.
Win.
Yeah, and he's right there too. It's definitely going to be an interesting battle to watch as it develops.
So Puff Pirate's going to try and stay as chill as possible here. He's just going to try and keep his rhythm and almost try and ignore PD behind him just so that he can keep his calm. But PD is going to be trying as hard as he can to reel him in even more. Because I can guarantee you he'll have noticed that 0.2 second difference in the lap times.
Yes.
He'll know that he's reeling them in.
So we'll see in this lap, see what their lap times are going to be and see if maybe Puff has dropped his pace.
Puff's just going around the final corner now and going across the finish line. We'll see what he gets. And Puff's last lap was a 1:26.2. PD's last lap was a 1:25.6. So that is quite the difference there. Just looking at behind from Puff Pirate's car's perspective, in the fast stuff there's well, it looks like a big gap, but then on braking it closes right up with the concertina effect. There's about 3 or 4 car lengths between them at the moment.
And you know, this is also very reminiscent of you know, back to season 1 on the last round at Watkins Glen, where you know we had Project PD and Puffy fighting it out for the entire race.
Yes.
And you know, here we have them again.
So they're looking good, but it's going to take a while for Project PD to actually make anything stick there. Suomi's looking good, he's now in 4th place. Suomi's looking stable, McCoy is looking stable in 3rd. Cluck also got his little bubble in 5th. I dare say it's the same for Batberg. Yep. Zay is being pestered by Bart. Let's have a look what they're doing. So Bart's about 2 car lengths behind on the straights. That does mean he'll have to brake a little bit earlier than Manu, than today, to just make sure that he doesn't hit him. But Bart's definitely going to start looking to make a move at some points. Yep, sure enough, he is closing right under braking. Bart in 8th place, looking to get Manu today's 7th. And there we
it
go,
looks like
Bart to the right hand
yep.
side.
And it looks like he should be able to make this stick.
The man who's stuck on the outside, he's kept it going, he's got the traction.
Yeah, and he's got it, yeah.
Made it stick, wow.
But on today
Kept
for
place. So coming on to the next hairpin, they are all fine.
also Patator John and Fino are also having a good battle for 9th and 10th.
Yep, they're looking good back there. But, oh, braking with a wheel on the grass. Rather you than me, fella. So, Bart's looking pretty good. He is attacking Manu consistently, but Manu has been keeping him off. Oh, now Bart to the inside line. Actually, look, oh wow, that was a push to pass if I've ever seen one. That was definitely one of his 10 curse passes. Got a bit of a squirm under braking. But he has now taken 7th place, but I think Manu might have just a little bit of extra pace to get that position back. And not it doesn't even have to be pace, he might have the racecraft to do it. If he can get his car in the right place, I reckon he can get that 7th place back.
It'll be interesting to see if today has used up any of his push to passes, or if he's gonna risk, you know, having to use it in this kind of battle. That's one thing that's kind of one thing you have to be careful about too. You only get 10 push to passes, so you don't want to be stuck in a battle where you have to constantly use it, because before you know it, all your 10 will be up.
Everything. Yep.
Yeah.
And like you said previously, Falcon, this cannot be replenished by a pit stop. It doesn't replenish your push to pass. It does look like Bart is getting a bit of a gap on Manu, just a little bit. But I'm not sure Manu has the pace to make the pass again without using a push to pass.
Yeah, it seems like he's losing about a 10th or 2 per lap.
Yeah, he's closing up under braking, but he just overran that apex a little bit. I think that's going to be, well, his chances at 7th gone for now. So,
and it looks like Espart is now catching up to Battenberg as well.
Ah, okay.
So I wonder if Battenberg's pace may have dropped off. And it looks like it has. His last lap was a 26.9 compared to Bart's 26.3.
Okay.
So that will be. It looks like Espart is moving his way up the field. So maybe it was a setup issue in terms of full fuel, and now that the car is more on the lower end of the fuel, his setup is now he has better feeling in the setup and able to drive the car to its fullest.
Quite possibly. And Battenberg into the pit, so maybe he thinks his tyres are gone. That is the first pit stop I've seen.
There's 2 cars besides Battenberg. There's another car going into the pits as well.
Yeah, that's Potato John. And I don't see a third. So it looks like just Battenberg and Potato John for now.
And Project PD has now overtaken first place. He just passed Puff the last straightaway. It's going to be interesting to see now if Puffy responds.
Oh, in the pits. Looking like he's taken a while. I reckon he's put fuel in. Taking a very long while, actually. I reckon he's put a lot of fuel in. There goes Mo. Cool. That was a long one from Mo.
Oh wow! So Colonel McCoy is already pulling a gap on Puffy, so he definitely has the pace.
So,
But it's gonna be interesting now. Now that the pit stop window is open, people are gonna have to deal with traffic.
Yep.
Um, Even though this track, there's ample room to be able to overtake, but you never know. Someone might get held up, and it's a better opportunity for the chasing driver to overtake that person. So.
Yep. I dare say the front runners such as Puff Pirate and Project PD at the moment, I think they're going to try and leave their pit stops as late as possible to avoid any chance of coming into traffic. So, Project PD looking good in first. I think he's lapping traffic in front of him though. And that is Mo. Just as I say, that's Mo out of his pit stop and causing traffic for Project PD. That's unfortunate. PD just a little flash of the lights there, just letting him know that he is going to be lapping him shortly. There goes PD ahead of Mo, just getting through the traffic, looking good. So, Project PD in first, and he's holding it. Looks like he's
3/10 faster this last lap compared to Puffy.
okay.
So he's definitely going to be creating a gap.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like Puffy is able to respond, but still a long race. Anything can happen, so we'll have to keep a watch on that as the race progresses on.
Definitely. This is a bit where strategy comes into play a bit, because we haven't seen pit stops from these front runners yet. Bart with a little off there, in 4th place. He's looking clear around him though, apart from going off track. Colonel McCoy, 7th place, so I dare say he has had his pit stop.
Oh no, and Cluck just had a spin.
Okay.
He just lost 3rd place.
Ooh.
Espart overtook Cluck from that opportunity. Just a shame that we can't go back and see what exactly caused him to spin. But it looks like he's now entering the pits to do his pit stop, so it could have been his tires were maybe gone and he got on the power too much and it caused his car to spin, most likely.
Yep, does look like it.
And Puffy also just came out of the pits as well. It looks like he's coming out in 5th place. So he just took his stop.
Seventh, Swami and Pam in 8th at the moment. They have both overtaken Cluck. Cluck is just going out of the pit lane now. He is now in 9th. As we see 2 Scoops coming in for a pit in 10th. And being overtaken by Battenberg. And today, 2 Scoops actually a very quick pit stop there. Looks like he just opted to change his tyres. Didn't add any fuel.
Project PD has still not come into the pits.
No, looks like he is definitely leaving that as late as physically possible.
Yeah. I think he played it off perfectly too, where his strategy maybe for this race was to go keep a smaller type of a pace and then increase his pace as the race went on. Because as you saw from the start of the race, Puffy basically took off and went, and maybe he used too much of his tires.
It definitely does seem like that, doesn't it?
And it seems like that's a good strategy call there by Project PD.
Yep, it's definitely working out for him. Or who was that rejoining? That was P17. I only got a flash of him. That was Stolnikas with a rather dangerous rejoin from him. Looks like he either wasn't in complete control or he didn't see Project PD, or either way, that was very close.
Yeah.
PD was very good reflexes there to avoid that.
Especially not incurring any type of damage, just because any sort of touch, and you can guarantee that you might get some aero damage.
Yep. That's important in these cars.
These cars are, yeah, these cars are pretty fragile as they are.
So looking back in the field, Cluck's doing good. What are you going to say?
Oh no, I was just saying he's definitely managing his pace very well, staying about the high 25s. So it'll be interesting to see how Puffy responds now, now that he has fresh tires.
Yep.
How much he's going to be able to increase, if he is able to increase his pace.
Puff's last lap was a 1:31.3. I dare say that's him just getting his tyres warmed up. So that's nothing to worry about at the moment. Either getting his tyres warmed up or that's actually taking the pit stop into account and it was a quick stop. So Puff in 4th at the moment. Fenor in 3rd. Oh, Fenor now in 4th, so Fenor is in the pits. Yep, there he is. See how long his stop takes. See whether he takes fuel. Yeah, it does look like Fenor has taken a little bit of fuel because that stop is taking longer than it would if it was just tyres. And there he goes. So yeah, looks like either a bit of fuel or maybe a bit of damage reparation for Fenor there. He's come out into 8th place, but he's come out into traffic. Traffic that is immediately overtaking him. That's actually 4th position. That's Battenberg in 8th, with Today in 9th. Fenor has tagged on in the back of that. He is now in 10th. So Today looking like he's right up the chuff of Battenberg there. Well, both going heavily defensive into that fast right-hander. And Today trying to go around the outside. That's not going to work for him. He goes on the dirt. Oh! So he lost control under power and slams into the side of Fenor. Fenor was the innocent victim of that. Manu Today just overcooked his line, tried to outbrake Battenberg, but Battenberg was already on the limit of what the car could do. Today goes into the dirt, can't put the power down, car slams into the side of Fenor. So Fenor now up the back of Battenberg. He has already taken 9th.
Great battle between the last 3 for the top 10.
Yep, definitely. Ooh, Fenor very late braking there, nearly hit. Yeah, the guy in front, that's Battenberg. Manu Today right behind Fenor. He's going round to the right hand side. I believe that puts him on the outside next to corner. It does. He's going to try and get the exit speed there. Oh, he's looking good, but I don't know if he's looking good enough. Fenor goes defensive, right hand side. Puts Today on the outside of that first sweeper and the second hairpin. Today he's going to try and get the traction. I don't think he did. Yep. We're riding on board with the rear of Fenor here. And Today is not really catching up. He's just holding station at the moment. Oh, Today just a bit wide over that curve.
And Ramubu just had a spin and hit the wall.
Oh, unfortunate thing.
It looks like it was as he was entering the pits.
Ah, that is unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate for him. Luckily, he should be able to fix that damage and be on his way.
Yeah.
But that will put him down further the field.
Yeah, he is currently in 10th. And now it's going to be 11th. There goes 10. Oh, 10 and 11. Blue Monkey fighting with Cayman, and that's something I want to see.
And now we finally see Project PD entering the pits.
Hey.
So we have to, let's check to see where Puffy is on the track. So he's getting close. The last couple corners.
PD has been given the signal to go. Oh, he's been given the signal to go, but his car isn't driving, so I wonder if that's animation glitch or an
Oh,
actual problem. No, his car's now going. His car's now driving. But
oh, this is gonna be interesting.
He's right down the back of the
Puffy's.
pit lane, though.
Yeah, I think he still has it.
Oh,
Puffy's
yeah.
about to
I see
enter
him
the
in the
last corner
background.
now.
Yeah, PD's got
And
it.
PD, yep, PD's got it. So he was able to eke out a big enough gap to be able to get the overcut on Puffy.
Yeah, very, very good strategy call from PD there. With 7 laps remaining in round 1 of Season 2 of the Revolution Cup, it looks like Project PD is doing very well for himself, and Puff Pirate in second just used a bit too much of his tyres in that first portion of the race.
Yes. Colonel McCoy is also right there as well. He may even catch Puffy, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, he's got a
If
little
he's
way to
able
go
to
before
do
he
it.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, further back in the field, there was a fight between Blue Monkey and Flying Cayman. That is P10 and P11. Since we watched the pit stop battle there with Project PD, Blue Monkey has taken 10th place from Flying Cayman. And, gonna see how they're doing.
We still have a pretty good battle between Fiener, Battenberg, and today. Fiener is only ahead by maybe a second. It'll be interesting to see if Battenberg and today can close up on him to have a fight for a 3-way fight for the end of the race.
I'm not sure that's going to happen, simply because Manu is going hell for leather trying to overtake Battenberg right now. I think Battenberg is going to be too busy trying to defend from a raging German that he won't be able to catch the raging German in front of him.
I wonder if he has any push to passes left. Oh, look at that! What a pass by today on Battenberg.
And I missed it. Of course, I missed it. I was looking at.
Yeah, took him on the inside on the first corner. Totally startled Battenberg. But there was enough room, and today was able to make it stick.
Put a gap on him too. He's instantly pulled away.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a push to pass right there, trying to get that gap up. And oh, that was a spin. That was Fenor.
Yeah, Fenor spun. Wow.
Poor Fenor with 6 laps remaining.
He was doing well too.
Very well.
That's just one thing you have to be very mindful is not know your car, know what your tires, how your tires are doing. It's just something you have to be able to manage. Or learn to manage, I should say, towards the end of the race. Great battle so far in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. So, looking further back in the field, Fenor has split the difference between Blue Monkey and Flying Cayman, and they look like they've achieved as close a status that they're gonna get. So, up in the field, we now have Project PD and Puff Pirate. Are they as together as they look, or is that traffic? No, that's traffic.
No,
that
looks
Project PD
that's traffic.
dealing with
Yes,
traffic,
yeah. It looks to me like Project PD has pretty much all but sealed this first place.
It looks like it. It really does.
He keeps doing constant mid 25s, while Puff has been doing 25.8, 25.9. So Project PD has about 0.3 of a second per lap on Puff.
Yep. That was a perfect strategy call from Project PD, pitting as late as possible.
Yes. Also good to see Colonel McCoy retain 3rd place.
Yes. Yeah, if he can hold that, that would be great for him. That's a brilliant first step.
Yep, brilliant first drive in the first race for him.
Yep.
Looks like Suomi is recovered to 4th place. Same thing with Espart.
Yep, he's
They
chilling in
both of
5th.
them seem to have recovered well. So now it'll be interesting to see if today is able to reel in Cluck or not. But it doesn't look like it.
That is a very
It
big
looks
gap.
like Cluck is, yeah, it looks like it's a pretty big gap.
Good on Cluck though. Well, I'm not gonna jinx him too much, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
4
Let's not
laps
jinx
remaining,
him.
and he's so
He-
far alive, which is
Yeah,
good
he
for Cluck.
already had his spin, so we'll hopefully he'll continue on
Yeah.
to the end of the race now. And let's check further down the field to see if we have any more battles. With only 4 laps left. Looks like the battle between Patador John, Ramy Boo, and K-Man as well. Looks like we might be able to see something there.
Yep, looks like K-Man is pretty close to Ramy Boo. Gonna be a little while before he can make a move with 3 laps left.
Yeah.
Might have to be a bit desperate to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, behind him though. Who was that?
Yep,
That was Streets
yeah.
of 46 and Phenor.
And Phenor, yeah. Great battle by them.
So Street of 46 staying left. And across the line, he's looking good. Didn't elect to go defensive there, despite Phenor being pretty close to him, so good on him for keeping his cool. However, Phenor looks like he's going to try up on the right-hand side. He's got a bit of overlap. He's going to try and beat him into braking. He's looking okay, but Streeter actually goes round the outside and retains that corner speed perfectly. So despite having the overlap, Phenor cannot make that move stick on Streeter.
And then further down the field, 19th place, we have Rick Grimes, Mo, Invincible, and Thomas Sikora all having a very, very good battle.
There's a big gaggle of cars there.
I'm more like a 2x2 battle, but that whole backfield is very close together.
Very active. So that is Mo with... That's not Invincible following behind him though. Who is that? That's actually Project PD coming up to lap Mo. So, poor Project PD having to deal with all of this traffic. Puff's actually visible behind him. He's just down the next straight. There's 2 lapped cars between them. Now 3 because PD's just put Mo between them as well.
Yeah.
But Puff Pirate is not actually that far away. I think Project PD's still got it, but
yeah, it looks like anything can happen. But from the looks of it, he definitely has it.
It does look like it.
It's his race to lose at this point.
Yes.
And I mean, his last lap was a 25.4 to put it into perspective against Puffy's 26.1. And even Colonel McCoy did a low 25.2 his last lap, which is interesting to say the least.
Looks
now,
like Puff is just struggling a bit.
It looks like, yeah, and it looks like I think Colonel McCoy is right on the heels of Puffy here. With 1 lap to go. So I wonder if Colonel McCoy still has any push to passes left.
Oh, that'd be the right time
Yeah,
to use it, wouldn't it?
he's definitely catching up to Puffy.
Oh, very quickly.
He is right on the heels, yeah.
Yeah. Only 1 car length
this
between
is
them.
definitely interesting.
Will Puff be able to hold on to 2nd place?
Yes.
It's like a bit of a desperate situation for him.
Oh, it looks like Colonel McCoy braked very deep into that corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still only 2 car lengths between Colonel McCoy and Puff Pirate, though.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Wow, look at that.
No, he went too far. He went too far.
Yep, he went too far.
Oh, Conor McCoy, we've seen throughout the race, he's getting maybe a little bit
Yeah,
hot-headed. And it's hurt him just a little bit.
but it's still. Well, I mean, I still commend them for trying to make a pass.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's
Sometimes
retained third place.
it's more of a you know, last lap dash kind of thing where
Yeah.
you kind of put all your cards on the table and hope for the best.
Yeah. And it hasn't actually put him further back, which is good.
But looks like Project PD takes the win
Yeah.
with Puffy in second place. Colonel McCoy comes in third. Good job on the top three.
Definitely.
We just have to now wait for the other runners. Looks like Suomi and Espart finished 4th and 5th respectively. A great comeback by those two. I would definitely like to know what their trouble were at the beginning of the race.
Yeah. Once we get the final results here, do you want to go into the other room and grab Suomi for us? We'll have a chat.
Looks like they're still running.
Yeah, they're still running.
Yeah. Cluck took 6th place. Today in 7th place. Blue Monkey coming in 8th place. Good on him. Definitely had some issues at the beginning, but great drive from him to come back into the top 10.
Yeah.
Battenberg in 9th, and looks like Ramibu in 10th place. So he was able to salvage his race as well. Further down the field, we have Patador John in 11th. Flying K-Man in 12th.
With a smushed
Streeter.
face. K-Man looks like he smashed that car into something very quickly.
Streeter 46th and 13th. Fenor in 14th. Pamela in 15th. Two Scoops 16th. Stolnikas 17th. Philly Sausage 18th. Mo 19th. Rick Grimes in 20th place. Thomas Sikora 21st. Invincible 22nd. Fubi 23rd. Geo in 24th. Stonikas 25th. And that rounds out all our drivers. Congrats to them for a fantastic first round in our opening of our season 2 of the Revolution Cup.
Yeah, saw some good battles there. There's some definitely, even though it is primarily just a braking and traction circuit, we did see a lot of racecraft there. There was a lot of people trying to make the moves and succeeding in a lot of places.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely would like to also hear from Project PD and especially Puff to see as to what kind of issues he had at the beginning of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, I'm sorry, towards the end of the race, to let Project PD go from overtake him.
Yeah.
To get that first place.
Server group assigned.
Okay. Do you want to head downstairs and we'll get either Suomi or Project PD first, whichever one's available.
Yeah, we'll take let's take Project PD.
Okay, go for it.
And then we'll go from there.
Right. So while Falcon does that, I'll just bring up the calendar for next event. So next week,
User left your channel.
as said before, is 22nd of May with Monza GP. That is 1 plus 27 laps with clear weather. After that is a 1 week break. And then 5th of June is Zolder, and that will be in the rain, but it will get dry at the end, probably.
User joined your channel.
Hello, chaps.
Hey, Project
hello
PD,
together.
what's going on?
Yeah,
You seem like you're winded. Do you?
yeah. My first cup race, which I win, and oh, it's amazing.
So that was a perfect strategy call from you there. What was your plan going into that race?
Yeah, my plan was don't crash and then look how fast I am, and hopefully finished around the top 5. But yeah, in the first 2 or 3 laps, I see that I was very fast, and so then yeah, I try to push it to the limit and catch Puff Pirate.
Okay.
Yeah, we noticed. Yeah, towards the middle of the race there, your pace just went through the roof, and you were able to catch Puff. Did you? How did your strategy with the push to pass work out? Did you use them all in the beginning of the race, or more towards the end?
I use a push to pass at the start, so I could yes get 2 positions, and then every time when I overtake, to catch a Puffy, I don't use the push to pass, but to overtake I use it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah,
I'm
very interesting. And it looks like for the most part, I think you might have had more fuel, um, than maybe Puffy, because towards the end, towards the middle of the race, and then towards the end, you just, like I said, you booked it, and was able to beat him and create that gap that allowed you to stay in first place. So very interesting race from you. A great strategy call as well. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to see you up front, uh, for the next round.
Well, thank you.
yep. Thank you.
Oh, it's amazing.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats on the win. Very well deserved. Awesome stuff.
All
We
right.
thank you for coming today, and I'll bring you back down, and we'll pull up Puffy.
Well, thank you guys.
Yep.
User was moved out of your channel. User
Alrighty.
was moved to your channel.
All right, now we have the second place winner, Puffy. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Whoa, what a race! What a race!
Yeah, exciting race. So walk us through, your thoughts, at the beginning of your race, your strategy, because it looked like, from the looks of it, you pretty much went 100%.
Yeah.
And you created a pretty sizable gap, and then you lost that gap towards the middle of the race, and then towards the end. So explain to us what happened there.
Yeah, first of all, I was quite surprised to get pole. It was the first real flying lap with full boost, like full push to pass through the lap, and it turned out nicely. Didn't expect to be up there, and from the start, I got a pretty clean run. I think there was a bit of a gaggle in turn 1, so I could walk away nicely, but I think Project PD took a while to move into second place, and then he could creep closer and closer. And I think he just did the better job today. So I'm really happy with the podium. I didn't really expect it. I expected to be somewhere top 10. So
Really?
yeah,
I mean, I had you pegged as winning the race.
We thought you'd win. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the track, and the trash talk before the race, like, oh, I'm doing those times and I'm doing this times, and I was like, damn, I'm a second off the pace. And
Yeah.
it turned out the pace was okay.
So
No,
you
yeah,
mentioned your energy usage, your boost usage. Was that
Yeah.
why everyone was resetting to pits after like 1 or 2 laps?
I guess so.
Okay.
If you used it like really everywhere you could, then it wasn't enough for a second flying lap even.
Okay. So what was your strategy in regards to boost in the race?
In the race, I tried to save it as long as possible, except for one boost at the start where I wanted to get away.
Ah, okay.
But then when Project PD came closer, I used it to defend when he was like really close on corner exits. But I think He had a few more boost options left, so he just he did a really good move. I have to say, brave move around the outside.
Yeah.
And made
Yeah.
it stick. So it was a good move. So I had to give up the position.
Well, you did very well.
Very well.
Thank you.
We were hoping that because we immediately saw him like just basically pull a gap on you, and I mean he was doing it like 2-3 tenths per lap.
Yeah.
We were hoping you would still have a couple boosts left to be able to catch him for the pit, but it looked like as soon as you were coming into the start finish straight, he was already coming out of the pits.
Yeah.
So he got you there. But wonderful
Yeah,
race
yeah.
between you guys. We were also hoping to see Espard and Suomi up there, but it looked like they had some issues at the start of the race, and they pretty much dropped and were able to regain it. So
Oh really?
would have been
I was wondering
yeah.
where they left.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see, like maybe if like a four-way battle between you guys at this track. But
I think we can. I think we can expect a really close season. I think in qualifying, like
yeah,
top 15 were in 1 second.
yeah,
And
everybody
those guys into the mix. Colin McCoy did a really good race, so I'm expecting
we
a
were
lot of him.
Yeah, we were surprised with Colonel McCoy.
Yeah.
Definitely did an awesome job. We also saw his last attempt trying to overtake you there.
Yeah, that was a bit off the charts, but
Yeah.
yeah, I saw him in my left mirror that he went for it, so I opened slightly, and he
That's
thankfully
good.
I could avoid him, and he just overshot. Yeah.
But I mean, if the race would have gone, one more lap, yeah, he might have even had you too as well, because he was running relatively faster than you were.
Yeah, I was struggling at the end. I don't know why. I had a really poor traction out of the corners, and then I had 2 or 3 moments where I was a bit unlucky with traffic. I mean, can't blame anyone. I lost like half a second going into the final corner because I didn't get past. So suddenly it was really close, and oh yeah, one more lap that would have been intense.
Yeah, no, that would have been an awesome last lap. But now you gotta look forward to another fast track next week. We got Monza.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna be seeing a lot of this drafting and battles and all that stuff. So
yeah, it's gonna be a draft fest.
Yeah, but thank you for coming on and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, no problem. We'll definitely see you again in the next round.
I hope so, and hopefully up here again.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. Cheers, guys.
See you, Puff.
Yep.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right.
User was moved to your channel.
Colonel
Who have we
McCoy.
got? Colonel McCoy. Hello.
What's going on?
How do
you feel?
How do I feel? Actually, feeling pretty okay.
Yeah.
I was feeling confident. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
That
a
was
nice stable
awesome.
setup. Unfortunately, lacking a little bit of top speed, but
Give me go ahead, Hobbs. Take it over. I got a bit.
So I'll make this quick, and I'll make this the last one. So that last move on Puff Fire, what was going through your mind as you set up for that?
I just wanted to do a dummy, and because I was putting on myself on the left and I was looking for the braking marker, I just totally missed it. And then I thought like, okay, I'm really gonna miss it because otherwise I'm gonna hit into him. So I was just thinking about the dummy. Of course, I got a really good exit and I saved all my curves for the last 2 laps.
Oh, okay, wow.
So yeah, I didn't need it during the race.
Wow, so you had all of your curves the last 2 laps?
Last 2 laps, I had all my curves. I did my fastest lap, the second to last. So
that's impressive.
Yeah, well, it also says something about the race development. I just made a few mistakes on the last corner's exit, and that's why I lost to the number 2 and was behind them 4 seconds like the whole race, I think. So
okay.
Yeah, no, it was just a dummy. I didn't want to do that.
Fair enough. Well, everyone lived at the end.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Congratulations on your 3rd place, Colonel McCoy.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, I'll stick you back down, fella.
Yeah, I hope it was fun commentating.
It was definitely fun watching you guys. Alright, see you around, mate.
Hey, cheers.
User was moved out of your channel.
Alrighty. So, not entirely sure what Falcon's up to at the moment, so that is slightly awkward. Alright, so let's bring that back. Here we have the scoring system that we have. So it's a 4-point sort of degradation system that degrades by itself, down all the way down to 1 point by 18th. If you're further back than 18th, if you finish the race, you still get a point. And pole position for qualifying gets a point, and fastest lap of the race gets 1 point. I didn't log, unfortunately, who got the fastest lap. I will check with Falcon if he knows that at the time. But that will make a 1 point difference as well. Here we have a reminder of the teams. So that is everyone that is there. Stolnikas and Laders. No, they weren't listed as reserves. There were reserves listed there in the placement. So this is split 1 down the left here, and you can see Phenol in reserve there. He was able to drive, thankfully. So you can see the split of the Pro and Am guys here. And yeah, it was a very, very good race. We had a lot of good battles, a surprising amount of overtakes. And yeah, generally, everyone actually got through it pretty safely. There wasn't a whole lot of unnecessary contact. There was a good lot of racecraft throughout. So, Falcon, you with us yet? Unfortunately not. Sounds like he's having some issues. Something. So, I'm gonna just lead us out in that case. Thank you all of you guys for watching round 1 of season 2 of the Revolution Cup at Zhuhai. We were driving the Caterham SP300R. It was a blast. Everyone got through it okay. I don't think we had a single DNF. And yeah, lots of battles, lots of fun. I've been Hobbs, your host. Joining me has been Falcon. Unfortunately, he is off tending to his flooded house at the moment. But be sure to leave him all the love in the comments. And shall see you next week at the same time for round 2 at Monza GP. See you, fellas.